know that more than 54 million people in America are affected by mental disorders? My purpose of this speech is to educate you about people with mental disabilities. The reason that I know so much about this topic is because I work for a nonprofit organization called SASSY. SASSY stands for Suburban Adult Services Incorporated. We work with individuals with developmental disabilities in home settings to aid and improve their quality of life. SASSY provides essential resources for people with mental disabilities to help integrate them into the community. We do this by promoting working in the community as well as recreational activities such as going to bingo, bowling, out to eat at local restaurants, local fairs, just to get everybody out into the community. The reason that this is important is because I want to educate you about the struggles and misconceptions that people with disabilities still face today in America. The mental health of America reveals stigmas still surround people with disabilities. The media especially adds to this because it emphasizes the background of people committing crimes who have mental disabilities. Recently in the news, the Aurora, Colorado shootings, as well as the Newtown, Connecticut shootings. Numerous times while I've been out in the community with my individuals, I've met people who've been uneducated and who treat us differently. One experience I've had with my individuals is we were at a local Tops returning pop bottles and we couldn't get the machine to work right. It wasn't scanning the bottles and it kept spitting them back out at us. And I remember it was really frustrating. So I went to go ask the clerk for some help and to see why it wasn't working. She proceeded to tell me that it wasn't working because they didn't understand how to use it. And by they, she meant the two guys that I was with. I remember thinking how rude and inaccurate this was and how offended we were. According to the Journal of Psychiatric and Mental Health, people still view persons with mental disabilities as different, as well as being met with skepticism, curiosity, and uncertainty in the community today. We as a country have come a long way from completely ostracizing people with disabilities as well as institutionalizing them. However, it is the 21st century and it's appalling these instances still occur, but it's based on others not being educated about the matter. The journal also quoted that workers such as myself are the primary community representatives for people with disabilities. After experiencing this myself, I now understand the implication and importance that this message carries, and I try to educate and advocate for my people anytime that I can. Moving on, opportunities for interactions in daily life will reduce experiences of alienation of people with mental disabilities. The company I work for strives for this. By involving the community in public events such as a murder mystery dinner, golf tournaments, and other activities, SASSY helps promote integration and education in our local community. Based on an editorial from Keele University, education and collaboration may be the key to effective support. Again, this just reiterates how important education is to getting rid of skepticism and uncertainty. So remember, when encountering people with mental disabilities, to have an open mind, because it's key to educating yourself. It allows you to realize how they are no different than you and I. I know how essential this is because before I started working at SASSY, I myself was skeptical. I didn't really know that much about people with disabilities, and I never imagined myself working with anybody that did. I know how wrong and naive that must sound, but it's the truth. And a lot of people act and feel the same way that I did. But it just goes to show you how important education, training, and experiences are, because they can change your outlook on people with disabilities. So I hope you can take away the message and the importance of my speech on educating you of people with disabilities and the misconceptions that they still face today. And through education, we can change this.